This past 2024 Money in the Bank will forever live in history as the sincere official day. The greatest of all time, John Cena, has announced his retirement tour. He even was generous and took any questions that anyone wanted to ask in the media at the press conference. He kept it real. He said, "This is it. I'm not gonna do no running. I'm not gonna get physical. I'm not gonna be some special referee. This is gonna be it." And the tour is gonna start in January of 2025 and last that whole year. He says right now they confirmed 30 to 40 appearances. It might be more. Sammy, I'm not going to cry on camera, but I will cry at the moment. I got to cover my eyes a little bit. We knew this moment was coming. What do you think about the retirement tour? And tell me, what do you think we must see during this year of John Cena, this final year of John Cena?
I think we must see him lock up with, obviously, they have, right now the roster is very fortunate and lucky because they have probably 2 out of the 3 hottest rivals that Cena has ever had, which is Randy and CM Punk. All that's really missing is Edge.
Facts.
So I think we have to see at some point some kind of reunion feud or some type of reasons for them to interact at least one more time. And I think it has to be both. It can't just be one. It got to be both.
Yeah.
So, but man, I mean, to be honest, my biggest takeaway and my biggest feeling from this is, wasn't he retired already? Pretty much. In my book, he was. But I'm glad he's finally making it official. Like, guys, I'm too busy. This is too much for me now. I can't just keep finding time out of my up and coming, bubbling Hollywood schedule. Because he keeps getting them calls, David, man. Like, this dude you see him in stuff with Kevin Hart. You're seeing him in stuff with Jackie Chan. You're seeing him in stuff with comedians like Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing him with big time action guys now.
Yeah.
So it's and not only that, he's part of the comic world. He's playing a DC comic. So it's at a point where it's like, it's too much. I understand him 100%. I feel like that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see some reunion matches. We're gonna see him get in the ring with maybe a few more up and comers, put them over, and I think after that it's all good. He's gonna be pretty much content with that.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I feel you on that. I'll say this: it will be a shock, a big surprise, and a big letdown if he doesn't interact with CM Punk or Randy Orton that whole year. I would be surprised if that doesn't happen. It almost has to happen, in my point of view. Like,
you gotta see both.
You have to. They just matter. They just matter too much to the history of his career. We have to see it. I don't even care if it's a one-off. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, there may not be a bigger Cena fan than me, and obviously, I'm hurt and sad about this. But at the same time, I'm happy about this because in professional wrestling, not too many guys as big as John Cena who've been at the main event level pretty much for over a decade, for 2 decades. Not too many guys at that high peak level, or in general, any professional wrestling level at all, gets to go out on their own terms. Most wrestling retirements are like Ric Flair. He ruins the send off, then he comes back for money, or he comes back for one more shot at glory to kill his body. What I'm happy about this is Cena's body's still right. He's still healthy. He's getting out while he's still young enough to enjoy life and enjoy another career. And shout out to him, man. I think that's the right way to do it. How he's doing it, how The Rock did it, how Dave Bautista did it. He's retiring on his own terms. This ain't because he's being forced out. This isn't because he's embarrassing his legacy like Flair or some people. I don't mean to pick on Flair,
too much money.
I don't mean to pick on Flair, but
Hogan, you could throw Hogan in there too.
Yeah. Those are the types that they stuck around too long, with all due respect. And I'm glad he's doing it before it gets to that point. And I think this is one of the main reasons he's doing it, along with what you said. You know, now I'm a full-time actor, like and it's only gonna get busier. So I'm at peace with everything I've done. Let me get out on my own terms. Now, you know, you and I talked about this behind the scenes. I do expect. Listen, here's the only thing I part ways with you on, and I give a little pushback. I certainly agree he should interact with some of the rivals that he can, and I do expect that he'll put over a lot of the young guys that are ready. Like I think he has to. We have to see Gunther in some way, some form. I think we have to see Braun Breaker. I wouldn't be mad if Braun Breaker is the final match to retire him. And I think we have to see LA Knight. We have to see at least those three.
What about Cody Rhodes?
We have to see Cody Rhodes. I was gonna get there too. We have to see that because we won't get another opportunity to again. But here's where I think we part ways. It's no secret. He is tied for Ric Flair as the most documented world champions ever, 16-time world champion.
Oh boy, here we go.
Sammy, I know and I understand why you don't think it's realistic. I think my only problem with you is you don't seem to think he's earned it. If anybody's earned it, isn't it John Cena?
This isn't a situation where we're talking about who earned what. That's where I think you're not clicking with it, David. I think this is a situation where, listen, man, we know this is a situation where you're moving on from us. We're not moving on from you.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's the other way around. Fair to say, right, David?
Yeah.
It's the company moving on from the talent. It's not the talent moving on from the company.
Yeah.
We have only seen a few instances where it was the talent moving on from the company. Now, if you go look at each and every single one of those instances, when did they touch the belt? Just like Batista, like you just said, he's moving on from the company.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't touch no belt.
To be fair, they didn't give us a tour. Batista gave us that one banger last match with Triple H, a one-off.
Well, no, because Dave, remember there was two runs. There was the WrestleMania.
Oh, you're including that 2014 Batista run?
Well, that's the comeback.
That's not part of his final run.
That's the final instance of Batista, because he officially came back, and remember, because he was winning the Rumble, people started booing him out the building.
Correct. Yeah.
Then he officially turned heel. He did a few more things. And what did they have him doing? A bunch of nostalgia shit.
Yeah.
Like acts. You know, they did the Phil Evolution shit. They did the stupid Where Are the Real Men shit. He didn't win nothing. He didn't win nothing.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the Rock's case in 03-04, same situation.
What about 2013?
2013, you really can't count that because he's officially back. He's back. He's here to do business with WWE for life now. He's back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the same thing. They know he's always going to be in some type of phone call away or some type of meeting away. He's back. You know, when it's the talent officially leaving and moving on from the company, they don't get the belt. We're not giving you the belt. Why are we going to give you the belt? You're breaking up with us. We're not breaking up with you.
Oh, is that the perspective that you're putting on this, man? This ain't no breakup.
It's a breakup.
This is the ending.
You guys could be sentimental and emotional all you want. But this is a breakup.
This is not a breakup. This is not a breakup, man. Why?
Oh,
leave it to you to put the negative stuff on this sentimental, beautiful tour that we're about to get.
Why does it gotta be different? Because it's Cena. Because he's so good.
No,
he's a goody two shoes.
No. It has nothing to do with that. The fact of the matter is, yo, this man could have easily just did a Batista and been like, yo, give me Randy Orton. I want him at WrestleMania, and then I'm done. Like similar with what Batista did. But he's giving us a year of him, man.
Because Cena's always been more charitable than pretty much everybody that's ever wrestled.
And WWE is heading to WWE's heading to Netflix. What better way to increase Netflix subscriptions and viewers than to also have John Cena in the mix? So the timing of it all makes sense. But
yeah, he'll be in the mix, but just not to that degree.
I think here's what I'm thinking. What I'm saying is, listen, let's be honest. John Cena doesn't need the world championship. John Cena gains really nothing from it. Let's be honest. It's not like John Cena's in desperate needs. He's past this. We agree with that. But let's be honest. WWE is about moments. WWE is about spectacle. We just saw the great moment we had with Cody at WrestleMania beating Roman Reigns. Some thought it wasn't possible until we saw it happen. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is it is such a WWE move to milk that type of moment. I think that's fair to say.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't, Dave. Because I just explained to you real history timestamps where it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, but those guys, respect to those guys. Listen, I'm trying to keep my bias away from this a little bit. Respect to those.
I see it. You can't. This dude's too good in your eyes, man. He can do no wrong.
I'm trying to keep my bias. Seriously, I'm trying to do it.
He's breaking up with us, David.
He's not. Those other guys weren't away from breaking one of the most sacred records in professional wrestling. So you really you didn't really have a big reason to put the belt on them. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now, we know this is his last year. We know we got to savor every segment, every moment, every match, every minute of him. Why the hell wouldn't you try to make money off a short title reign? I'm just saying it's a layup. Like, even if you've seen his biggest hater that was saying the Cena sucks, you would appreciate seeing him with a world title after a decade. He hasn't touched that title in forever.
Yeah, but David, you just answered your own question. You literally just answered your own question. Because we know he's breaking up with us, we're not giving you this belt. Now we'll give you any other moment you want. Any other moment you want.
So you see him winning the Intercontinental Championship. He's never won that championship.
If he wants to.
Come on, man.
If he wants to.
He has to do one of them. That's how I feel.
If he wants to, fine. You can have that secondary title. You can have any other reunion you want. You can have anything else. But the belt, our biggest prize, we're not going to sit there and give that to you when you're breaking up with us.
Hear me out.
You're breaking up with us.
I get why you call it a breakup, but I really don't think Triple H, Nick Khan, and them take it like that. I really don't. But I get why you're saying that, but let me throw this at you. The World Heavyweight Championship, it's been back for, I think, 2 years now? Seth Rollins held it for a grip, lost it to McIntyre at WrestleMania. McIntyre lost it in 5 minutes to Damian Priest cashing in. Is it not fair to say, and I hear you make some compelling points. Is it not fair to say, with the year of John Cena, what better way to make that title feel, that the reinvented lineage of it feel even more important than Cena winning it? Because I think since the title's been back, don't get me wrong, they've had good champions. I think Seth Rollins had a good reign. I think Damian Priest is doing well. but they haven't had something that is like, okay, this guy,
historic.
This is historic. This is a Mount Rushmore guy holding it.